Hi, this is Eric Martin with BoardGameGeek. I'm here with Gavin Brown from Roxley Games.
Hi
We'll
there.
be looking at Santorini, new edition of Santorini
Yes.
by Dr. Gordon Hamilton, who had self-published an edition
Yep.
a long time ago in like this red mesh bag.
Yeah.
I remember
Like
seeing that
20 years ago? No, 10 years ago?
10 years ago.
10
I
years
think.
ago.
Yes. And so
And,
now, how did you find this? And what
Well,
was-
I actually live in the same city as Dr. Hamilton.
Okay.
So I have a copy and bought a copy of the original. He had a couple left in his basement, and I bought a copy off him. And it was abstract. And when we played the game originally, or I played the game originally, it felt extremely thematic to me. The gameplay, even though it was abstract and it was squares and cylinders and triangles, because of the variable player powers in the game, it feels very thematic.
Right.
So we decided that we wanted to enhance that theme. And so we've actually themed the game. So we don't call it an abstract game because it's not abstract, it's thematic. And so we call it a pure strategy game,
Okay.
our version.
Okay.
So-
Give an overview here.
Okay,
start
so
with
we start with an empty board here. We each take turns placing our builders. So if I'm tan here, your turn consists of two phases. First, you move, so you can move to any adjacent space, diagonal included. So I can move here, and you can after that, you build. You have to build. So I could build there. So you build adjacent to where you've moved to.
Okay.
When you're moving, you can step up one level, or you can step down any number of levels. So you can step up a maximum of one level, step
Right.
down any number of levels.
Okay.
The objective of the game, or how you win, is to get to the third level. So if I was here and I moved up to the third level, I would instantly win the game.
Okay.
You can stop me from winning the game by moving one of your builders next to a third level and then constructing a dome. So
Because clearly you would slide off that dome and die.
exactly. Exactly.
It's very thematic.
Totally. So that dome space is now removed from the game. So the board starts to get more and more claustrophobic as we play.
Okay. I assume you can get boxed in. Can't move.
with-
How are you doing?
Yes. So if you if you're unable to move on your turn, either of your builders, then your opponent wins.
Okay.
So there's that. It's rare, but it can happen, and it's
Okay.
kind of cool when it does. So what makes Santorini really unique is the addition of these variable
Just like
player
that.
powers. Okay, so which are also quite thematic. So if we look at Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, she can move 2 spaces before she builds. Atlas, he can build a dome anytime instead of a regular building piece. So he can build a dome on like the base ground level
Just
of
to
the island.
cut out the building there.
Exactly. And then Demeter can actually build an additional building tile. And then Pan actually has an alternate win condition where he can also win if he steps down 2 levels.
Okay.
And then Aphrodite, which is a really fun one. If I start adjacent to you on my turn, or sorry, if you start adjacent to me and I'm Aphrodite, you cannot move away from me. You have to end your turn adjacent to me as well. So when you move, you have to move to and from an adjacent space to me.
Okay.
So it's like you're in love with me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Chasing you around.
Yeah.
All right. And so now you have this, and this is a power throughout the game.
Yes,
Or
these are
some
persistent-
special win conditions. or-
Correct. And so before the game, you select one of these variable player powers, and you play with 1 during the game. You can actually play with 2 during the game as well, and it works totally perfectly fine.
Okay.
The game becomes a lot more brain burny and thinky, but it can be quite interesting to actually have 2 of these god abilities in a game as well.
Okay.
Dionysus, if I build a dome, I take a turn as my opponent, and during that turn, I also get your special abilities.
Right. All right. Okay. Very interesting. Quick playing.
Yeah.
It seems like.
So, yeah, it plays in less than 20 minutes.
And these are going to be the final production pieces?
That
too?
is correct.
All right.
Yeah. So, and it comes with the island pedestal as well, which, when we were playing on the board, we felt like, we have this sense of depth. We wanted to, again, enhance that. So we're like, man, we should have the island coming out of the ocean. So that's what we've done.
All right.
And it's going
So we
to
won't bury you.
the MSRP is $50.
Okay.
And we're kickstarting the game on March 28th.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks very much for the overview.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yep.